there was a, after, the incidents in July, where are the IMF talks now? There have been some mention by the President as well that there might be a delegation coming. Where are we in that process?
The IMF process is making a good progress. So, for example, now the IMF mission is planning to come here towards the end of the month with an intention to complete or reach the star-level agreement on the policy package that we are hoping that they will be here towards the end of the month, and then we should be able to finalize and reach the star-level agreement. So once we reach the star-level agreement, then we have to start approaching the creditors on debt restructuring with our advisors. That process will also will be making progress once we reach the star-level agreement. That is where I think we are almost completed and reached almost all the targets or whatever policies. And we are hoping that we should be able to reach a star-level agreement. That will certainly improve the situation further once we reach that.
Yes, absolutely. And Governor, are you reaching out to the bilateral creditors as well? Where are we in that process?
Obviously, we will be reaching to all the creditors once we reach the overall debt targets and star-level agreement. Then only we will approach the creditors. So far, we are making the background work for us to share data, information, and looking at the scenarios. All these things we are doing some analysis, and on that basis, once we reach the agreement, then we will approaching the all bilateral and commercial creditors.
And Governor, your stance has always been that we will only be restructuring foreign debt, but there was a mention from the President that they may have to consider restructuring domestic debt. What is your view on that?
But I think it's clearly what the President said was that the financial advisors are looking at the scenarios of any restructuring of domestic. That was the President's statement. But the government, obviously, the position still remains that we will restructure, or we intend to restructure only the external part, because there is a balance of payment crisis, it's a foreign exchange crisis. We need more time to repay the external debt. So that is obviously the reason. With regard to the domestic debt, obviously when we are reaching that the creditors, they might ask what is the treatment for the domestic debt also. Then our position is that if we restructure domestic debt, then obviously that will have a serious implications on the domestic financial sector, including the banking sector. That will not help even the external creditors to recover whatever the relief that they are going to give us. In the medium term, if we are going to have a problem with the capitalization of banks and any issue with the banks, then that will not help the economy to recover in the medium term. So that is a win-win situation for everyone, that we need to basically minimize any impact on the domestic debt so that we can maintain the financial stability, so that economy can recover faster and everyone can recover whatever the dues or relief that they are offering. Even external creditors can recover their liabilities faster than what they expect if we can recover the economy with a stable financial system. That's why our position remains that we want to minimize the impact on the domestic banking sector and domestic economy, EPF and insurance funds as a result of restructuring debt.